When you're adding your single crochets on top of the other row that you previously made, one of the things that you want to make sure to do when you're going through is to go through both loops that are on the top. You don't want to go down very far. You'll see here I'm pulling up, and it's just underneath the first two top loops that you see above each row. So here I've almost finished my 5th row, and I'm going through the top 2 loops, wrapping around, pulling through, wrapping around, and pulling through both of the loops once again. Remember, this is how we make our single crochet. So through 2, wrap around, pull through, wrap around, pull through both. And again, we'll do it 3 more times in order to make sure that we have exactly 60 stitches all the way across for our Linus blanket project. And when you get to the end, sometimes it is a little tricky, which is why you do want to make sure to go back and count. It's the ends where we normally tend to lose or add stitches. And if we do that, then our project won't be perfectly square. Now I have finished 5 rows here. If you pull it apart a little bit, you can see each of the individual rows. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the bottom, and then this little bit here extra is our first chain. We are going to switch over to double crochets now, which means that in order to begin a double crochet row, you need to chain twice before you turn. Before each of the single crochet rows, you only need to chain once, because you only need that much height or that much space before you begin your next row. When you're double crocheting, it's a taller stitch, so you need a little bit more height before you turn. I made my 2 chains, so I'm going to turn my project this way, and I'm going to begin by, it's very similar to a single crochet. You're going to begin by wrapping it around once first, however. You wrap it around and then go through, wrap it around, pull through the first set of 2 loops, wrap it around again in this next set of 2 loops. I am going to do that 2 more times for you, and then we will pause so that you can work on your 5 rows. Wrap it around, go through the top 2 loops, wrap it around again, wrap it around, pull through the first 2, wrap it around, pull through the second 2. So you're actually dividing it and making 2 single crochets on top of each other just in 1 stitch. So pull through 2, wrap it around, pull through 2 again. I'm going to tilt the camera so that you can see it from a slightly different angle. Go through the next 2, wrap it around, through the next 2 loops, wrap it around, and then 1 and 2. One more time, wrap it around, through the 2, through the top 2, wrap it around, pull through, wrap it around, and pull through 2. You're going to continue to do this double crochet stitch for 5 rows, and then we'll switch back to the single crochet once again. And we just keep alternating this pattern until we have an approximate square, which is about 20 inches wide and 20 inches tall. We do want to make sure to end with a single crochet, however, just because it will keep the pattern looking a little bit more uniform, and it'll make the blanket look a little bit nicer. But when you're looking closely, you can see that these double crochets are twice the height as the single crochets, and it will just give our blanket a very nice pattern. I will bring you back when I finish my blanket to show you what we need to do to fasten off and tie in our loose ends.